So this is an example of some of the problems we've run into on job sites. This is kind of like a diving board someone built for a spotlight operator. And you'll notice this is just kind of screwed in with Home Depot hardware and a 2x10 maybe 2x12. And out on the far end of it, there's a spotlight, and a kid is supposed to sit up here on the edge of the plaster ceiling and hope this whole thing doesn't break. Well, not exactly safe, but we got lots of kids, so it could work out, and you might have to replace a child once in a while. I'm sure the parents would enjoy finding out that their kids were up in this area, crawling around with no guardrails, no safety of any kind, operating a spotlight at the edge of the ceiling. Anyway, let's move on to another example. So we keep getting this question from schools all the time, is like, why do my wireless just keep dropping out? The reason they keep dropping out is people obviously don't understand how a wireless works. If you look at an antenna, the antenna, imagine a donut around the antenna.
Donut.
That's where the pickup pattern is. This is in a balcony. So looking at all these, like all these antennas, if the actor were on the ceiling above the units, you might have a shot. This unit here, you got a shot. These, it really depends. These, same thing. If the guy was on the ceiling or the floor, you might have a chance of picking them up. But not a really good choice. Moving on. This is always great. Running extension cords tensioned over to the wall and then just kind of tying them off to stuff that moves. Because in this case, this is a motorized winch. So the chances are that this whole thing could move in a bad way, rip this little cheap Home Depot. I shouldn't say Home Depot all the time, probably. That's probably a violation. It's a real thing. Oh, spelling. I suppose we should learn spelling too. So it's another wall of shame thing. This is the pieces and parts of a motorized truss that failed after being in use for approximately 8 years with no one having it inspected. And then we found out that some of the end users, when it had gone into a fault mode where it wouldn't move, decided it would be a good idea to get inside the control box and try to get it to move since it was interfering with their show. Well, this was the result, and that's the first image of the results. Here's another image of the pieces that happened when this truss fell from 20 some odd feet in the air onto a seating area.
Look out below!
Fortunately, it was during a rehearsal and there was no one in those seats. It could have been far worse. And you'll notice all of the various parts that broke. None of these things would normally break if a system had been properly maintained. So take it seriously, inspect your rigging on a schedule.